Hello guys, in this Python lesson we will talk about Python models. Python models are basically libraries that includes different function definitions, variable definitions, etc. And with these methods they simplify our job too much because instead of writing the same code times and times, we can create one model file and then we can use this model in our codes. There are different built-in models in Python, and besides this, we can also create our own Python models. So, what are the built-in Python models? There are too much models in Python. So, for example, math model, collections model, CSV, datetime, unittest, string models. These are all built-in and well-known models in Python. Besides these models, we can also create our own model with different names and we can use them in our codes. Here firstly we will see how to use a model in Python, and then we will see also how to use a part of a model, and then we'll go and learn how to create a model, how to create our own model in Python and how to use this model, and then we will see also Python model aliases and how to list the model functions in Python. Firstly, let's start with how to import a Python model, a built-in model. For example, let's use Python math model. And firstly, to do this, I will use import keyword. With this import keyword, I will use math model name, and after that, this math model is imported. And whenever I need to use any function in this math model, we need to use this import keyword, and then for example I will use print math squared function. Yes, or we can do this one. As you can see, it is 5, and this is how to use a built-in method, built-in model in Python. So with these methods we can import all the functions in this math model. What about importing only this function, this squared function? So instead of this command, this code, we will use from keyword. So to do this, I will delete this line, and then I will use from math import squared, and then I will print math, and yes, and this time I import only this function, this squared function of math model. So this is how to import a part of a model. So we have learned how to import the whole model and how to import a part of the model. These are built-in models. So what about creating our own model? And here I will show you how to create our own model and then how to use this model in our Python programming. To create our own Python model, firstly we need to create a file that has extension .py. So we will define the functions, our functions inside this module, and then we will use this module in our another code. So to do this, I'll create two files and I will say that our module .py, and then I'll create module example .py, and I will open it with idle. here I will write the codes. I will use def for definition of the function, and I will create a function named square. These are our functions names. We can say anything. For example, you can say a, b, c, d, etc. So I will say square, and I will use one parameter inside it, and then I'll do print x multiply x. Our functions does this job. So this is our first function, and in the second function I will use hello, and again I will take one variable, one parameter, and then I will print hello x, and this is our model. So I will save it with Ctrl S, and then I'll close it, and then I will open the example code inside our folder, and as you can see, the Python model and the other code will be in the same folder to use this model inside this code. So here I will use firstly import our model, and then I will write our model that square 5, and then sorry I wrote wrongly, our model that hello Gökhan. Yes, now I'll run this code. First I'll save it and then run, and as you can see on the screen, it is the result of the first function and the result of the second function here, hello Gökhan. And yes, as I mentioned before, these two files must be in the same folder. So you can also do this, for example, you don't want to do this for all the files, so you can put your module to a central location. So to do this, I will show you another example here. Firstly, let's delete this one. Yes, and then let's firstly say import our module dot square 5, our module dot hello Gökhan. Yes, I get a error because the code says that there is no our model. So because we did not put this to a global location. So to do this, I will take my model, our model, and then I'll put it to lib folder of Python. It is under Anaconda tree, and all the models are here. Then I will also put our model to this model, under this model. And after that, when I refresh it, and as you can see, our model has imported because I add this model to a global location, and then our functions work perfectly. Yes. Now let's learn how to use aliases for function for these models. For example, we can use import. Let's firstly, no, we don't need to delete it. So import our model and then as our. Then whenever I use our, then our functions will work. Our dot hello, and this time let's say world. And as you can see, our functions has worked, and our alias is our here. And what about the functions in a module? So to learn this, we need to use dir function. So firstly, I will use import math, for example, and then I will use print dir math. In this with this methods, we will see all the functions in math module. As you can see, all the functions are here: sin, sinh, squared, etc. And what about our created function? So let's use dir function for it also. Our module, and as you can see here, our module includes hello and square functions. Yes, these are basically Python models. We have learned how to use Python models, how to use some part of Python models, and how to create our Python models. If you like this video and this lesson, kindly do not forget to like it and subscribe to my channel.